Hey, how's it going, everybody? This is Ron Sneller, owner and founder of Sneller Financial Services, coming at you today with video and blog entry number 5 of our series, The 7 Deadly Sins of Retirement Planning. The 7 deadly sins are: number 1, not having a holistic plan; number 2, not having an exit plan or spend down strategy; number 3, too focused on growth rather than income; number 4, not having a volatility buffer; number 5, not being risk smart; number 6, mistakes with insurance; and number 7, no strategy for taxes. Today, I want to focus on deadly sin number 5, not being risk smart. Over and over, I see too many people try to retire with no swan money. Swan? Yes, swan. 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 Like the bird? No. Like sleep well at night. No swan money. You see, I saw this phrase coined in a book called Retirement Reality Check: How to Spend Your Money and Still Leave an Amazing Legacy. It was written by Josh Jelinski. He coined this phrase, swan money. I'd never seen it used before, and it really struck a chord with me. Because, as you know, in the last blog post and in the last video, I advised on the importance of creating and funding a volatility buffer that wasn't correlated to the equities market. When most people hear about the Monte Carlo simulations, they think it's crazy that you can only withdraw 4% from your investment portfolio, because they've always heard you can make 6, 8, 10% in the stock market. You see, they don't understand the sequence of returns risk. And then when they hear that in 2013, the safe withdrawal rate got lowered even more down to 3%, they're even more incredulous. Again, how is that possible? If the average return is 8 or 10%, how can you only withdraw 3% in your portfolio? Because on the day that you retire and begin taking distributions from the portfolio, all the rules of the game change. Retirement is a complete paradigm shift. For all of your life, you've been a saver and an investor. You've grown used to checking the average returns on your stocks, your bonds, your 401k, your IRA, your brokerage account, etc. And a 5% rate of return is better than a 3% rate of return. And a 7% rate of return is, of course, better than a 5% rate of return. However, on the day you retire and begin taking money out of the portfolio, that all changes. Why? Because once you begin taking money out of the portfolio instead of investing money into the portfolio, the average returns no longer matter. What matters much more is the sequence of those returns. Because if somebody suffers a series of downturns early on in retirement, while they're beginning to draw money out, forget about it. Why is this then so damaging to your retirement future? Look, because as market forces are driving the value of your account down by 30%, 40%, 50%, you're just exacerbating the problem by taking money out. And that just accelerates the downward spiral. It's like a double whammy or a double negative. Every time you receive income from a managed money portfolio, you're selling shares to generate that income. And if the value of those shares are depressed at the time of sale, you're effectively locking in your losses. The result? You deplete the account so quickly that there isn't enough money left to fully recover, to fully take advantage of the good volatility, the compounding interest when the market recovers and then enters the next bull market cycle. You see, during the retirement distribution phase, you could actually achieve a lower average rate of return and end up with more money. How is that possible? It's because of the sequence of returns. Negative years early on in retirement can decimate your portfolio. You can quickly run the risk of withdrawing too much money, especially with the longer life expectancy of 85 years of age or 90 years old. Can you imagine running out of money at age 76 and then having to rely on just Social Security for the next 10 or 15 years of your life? And you know the really challenging part about all of this? There's nobody out there who can control what the market does or predict when the market's going to crash. Just ask anybody who retired in the midst of the dot-com crash, or somebody who retired in 2007, just before the financial crisis. Ask them how hard it's been when they had their retirement portfolio decimated in the first few years of their retirement. You see, the only way to be risk smart during the distribution phase of your life is to work with an advisor who can help you strategize for success, whether the market goes up or down. You see, the accumulation of money and chasing rates of return during your working years, that's only a small piece of the puzzle. Managing and navigating the retirement plan is a much more complex situation. Here are some of the risks that need to be neutralized, with the first three risks correlated to investment risk. You see, we have sequence of returns risk, we have market risk, we have withdrawal rate risk, we have longevity risk, we have deflation risk, we have inflation risk, we have long-term care risk, we have mortality risk, we have taxation risk, and we have legislative risk. Now, throughout this blog series, I've spoken about many of these risks and the different ways that they can be handled and planned for. What's really important is enlisting professional help, someone specifically trained in the retirement arena, someone who can create a holistic plan that will assess the entire scope of your individual situation. You see, a retirement specialist can make sure that the plan engulfs your hopes, your goals, your dreams, along with your specific risk tolerance to create a holistic investment and retirement plan to optimize your long-term outcome. Please feel free to contact me for a complimentary appointment. I would love to help you put all of this together. And don't forget to check out video number 6 in the series, Mistakes with Insurance. Video number 6 will address a few of the other key retirement risks that I just listed. You won't want to miss it. Thanks for tuning in.